Oh, hey! My name's Chris. Oh,
Love.
I just dropped my pancake mix. No! Oh, there's pancake mix everywhere in my room. Ugh. Okay, I'm good now. About a couple days ago, I was searching on the web, and I found this crazy creation myth. It was actually called the Aztec creation myth, the sun and the moon. I'm gonna tell you how the world became to be according to this Aztec myth. So once upon a time, there was a god, and he got pretty much bored of the earth. The earth was pretty much a big boulder, alright? This earth, we're gonna call it Steve, alright? Steve was a boulder. Anyways, the earth created 4 suns. The suns were great. Don't get me wrong. These suns were fantastic. We love the suns. But they didn't have girlfriends or anything, but they're alright. Anyways, they all pretty much got killed one by one. It was actually pretty depressing. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you the story of what happened. One of them was killed by a flood, which it just happened, alright? That's just go along with it. Anyways, so then there's 3 suns. Anyways, the second sun was killed by lava, which it just happens. I don't know. Fire and lava seem to go pretty together. But in this story, that's how it happened, alright? So, third son was killed by pretty much a cheetah or cougar. But let's just call it a cheetah for this context. Anyways, that was pretty depressing. So there's 1 son left. The sun was killed by wind. There's still pancake powder in my room. The sun was killed by wind. So, every time one of these suns died, it left a little mark on Earth. The sun that was killed by the flood left water on the Earth. The sun that was killed by wind left all the birds. The sun that was killed by fire left the land and the mountains. And the sun that was killed by the controversial cheetah left all the animals. But then there was no more suns, so pretty much it was a dark and depressing world. And, you know, the great almighty God was pretty depressed about that. So, he gathered all the almighty figurines, and there was an ugly person and a beautiful person, both from different tribes, and they were pretty cool. They were pretty cool people. Anyways, they stepped up, you know, they all huddled it out, talked it out, and they decided that they, you know, would step into a fire and pretty much become a sun. And so that's what happened. One of them stepped into a fire, you know, willy-nilly, pretty much depressed and had nothing to live for, so he just went into it. The second one, he actually hesitated, and everybody seemed to be pretty mad about that, even though he actually persisted to still go in the fire. After they both became sons, a god was sent down and pretty much beat the living
Love.
out of the second son who hesitated to go into the fire. And then he turned into the moon, and all the craters on the moon were the scars left by the rabbits that he used to pretty much kick his
Love.
and that is the end of the story of how the earth and the moon were created in this Aztec myth. I gotta clean up pancake mix. I love you guys. Good night.